I think that I'm going to hiding somewhere by a gated star. Baby, they ain't never gonna find me. I'm a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this place. We could be his run and we'll escape. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Burns inside me. Burns inside me. Burns inside me. I won't let you down. We could have the world to ourselves, going to a place that's far, staring at the stars for hours, 'cause you're a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this place. We could be his run and we'll escape. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside. Take away the pain, we can go insane. Trust me, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. Yeah, I won't let you down.
welcome to this episode of Q&A with the Hombre. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're having a good Christmas holiday break if you guys are off for that. I know my daughter's off for that, so I'm home with her, which I'm always home anyway. So, but I've been spending more time doing fun things with her than a lot of the work stuff I normally do, but I'm still, tending to what I need to tend to. So some announcements, some things that are coming up. The Diablito Rojo has been delayed because of some trucking issues, but they're expecting it to hit the distributor here in Southern California sometime next week. So we're looking like Monday, I think, is when they're expecting it to hit the distributor. So the pre-orders are still available on Ferment and Still. And as soon as they land, they're going to get their allotment and they're going to ship them out. So if you haven't gotten your pre-order in yet, go do so. They're going to go fast once they land. And it's an amazing tequila. It really is. I super loved the bottle that I have. You can see it right here. It's right there. It's great stuff. Really good. And you know how much I love my Raysol. Well, this may be have to get its own voice. So it's really good. And then also the El Tesoro 85th is due to be here this week, is what they keep telling me. It keeps getting delayed. It's not here in the warehouse and for the distributor here yet in Southern California, but they're working on it. And as soon as it lands here, they're going to let me know, supposedly. So, but that one should also be hitting for the members. The members get first shot at that. So my members, I'll let you guys know. I'll post on the Discord and on YouTube, depending on how many we get, when that will be available for members to get theirs. I don't know if there's going to be a special pricing on that or not because of the allocation of it. It may just be you guys get first shot to get it before the general public can grab it on Ferment and Still. So I need to talk with the other partners and stuff on that and see what we can work out. But those of you that are members, thank you so much. I've got some really special perks I'm going to be lining up for the members, the YouTube members and stuff for next year. I've just been kind of working on putting ideas together and things that we can do as my way of saying thank you for supporting the channel with your memberships. I do appreciate that. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the memberships, we have two memberships that we offer. We have a YouTube membership, which basically supports the channel, and it gets you access to some allocated stuff that I'm able to arrange special pricing for, or just arrange access to from Ferment and Still for them. And then we have the Discord membership, which the Discord membership, you get a membership into the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective included with that, which those are like the special buys that we do where we buy barrels or batches. So like the Tequila Hombre edition of the Carrera Blanco, the high proof, 108 proof version of that will be for Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective members. We're doing a Lafrig El Tesoro special barrel buy for them as well. And I just got approval to do a single barrel repo from El Tesoro where I'll be selecting the barrel for the group. That one will be coming in as well. And then we have a special barrel we're going to do. We're going to get the first single barrel repo from Yayo Tequila for the collective as well. And I'm arranging all kinds of special buys. We have a special Anejo that's coming in from Casa San Matias next year for their 135th anniversary edition. Stuff's supposedly going to be amazing. I'll get a sample of it to be able to do a review and let you guys know about it. But we're going to get first access to it since the Casa San Matias loves the collective and loves what we do and loves me. They're like my family in Mexico. So we've got that coming in, and we've got like all kinds of special projects that we're working on that are going to be great. And that's only for collective members. They get first shotted. If they buy it all up, then it never hits Ferment and Still. If they don't buy it all up and we have excess, then it will go up on Ferment and Still at a higher price, of course. So there's benefits to being a member for the Discord as well as for the YouTube membership, and both of them go to support the channel as well as to help pay for some of the expenses that I incur getting the special barrels and stuff that we do. So I appreciate the membership for you guys. Thank you so much for your support over the last year. And, I try to do everything I can to make it worth your while. And I hope you guys are enjoying the memberships. And then also the Discord community is very friendly. Everyone loves posting stuff and sharing things there. They share when they find things at stores. They share their thoughts and feelings on reviews, all kinds of stuff. We have a really nice community of people there. And then also when anytime anybody has a question they want to ask me, they just normally tag me in a post on Discord, and I normally answer stuff really quickly. So you get kind of like better access to me through the Discord as well. So that's kind of a side perk for that. Okay, so that's some information on a membership. There's some information on some special buys and stuff that are coming up. Let's check in with our members and see what we got going on. And you got Ed. Hello, hombre. Edwin from Long Island. Hey, Ed. Glad you can make it. Bienvenido. Ed says he's at work, but he's going to try to stay tuned. Great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Long Island. My family's from Long Island originally. We're from Belmore, Long Island. So love Long Island. We used to go up and hang out at Jones Beach all the time with my family when we used to go visit my relatives and stuff up there. But my dad originally was from Nassau County, Long Island. So we know Long Island really well. Victor Santiago. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Bienvenido. Welcome. Glad you can make it. Michael Harrington. Bienvenido. Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. Glad you can make it. Bienvenido. EBA 101, he's must be here on his work break. I know he's a very busy guy. He's always working all the time, but glad you can make it, EBA 101. Bienvenido, welcome. Hey, Victor Santiago said, did an impromptu Anejo tasting last night with my brother-in-law. Corrido, Aguila Real, and Viva Mexico were tasted, and Corrido came up on top. Threw in a luchador repo for fun, really fun. You did an Anejo tasting with Aguila Real, but Aguila Real's just got a repo, right? They don't have an Anejo, not that I know of. Do they have? Have you found an Aguila Real Anejo, or are you using the repo? Viva Mexico's got an Anejo, and Corrido's got an Anejo, but those are their two different flavor profiles. So that's. But Aguila Real just has a repo and a Blanco for all I know. So. Hello, hombre. Merry Christmas to you too, Vera. Bienvenido. Welcome. Glad you can make it from India. I know you're my friend from India, so I'm glad you could be here today. Hola todos. Hola, hombre. Hola, Lambden. I'm glad you can make it. Bienvenido. All right. So, oh, okay. No worries. No worries. It's cool. Yeah, it's just, it's good to compare apples to apples kind of too. So, Aguila Real is a repo. It's a very nice repo, and it's very, very creamy on the mouthfeel and stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful tequila. Not a lot of people know about it, but it's very good out of 1414. Very good, very good. One of my favorite tequilas out of 1414. Viva Mexico is also very good. Completely different flavor profile though. So it's more lighter and more effervescent, but it's still very rich in agave flavors, which I really like. So some things you guys should grab this holiday season while they're still around. You can still get that Ocho, the Widow Jane. That one's fantastic. I love that. Very good reposado. Grab that while you can. The El Luchador Anejo is going to be. We should see that January of next year, January 2023. So next month, we should see that starting to hit the shelves. I'll do a review on that. I'm going to get a bottle and review it for you guys so you'll know about that one. Some other things that are expected. There's a bunch of stuff coming out. So, I'll keep you posted as I hear more and more of things that are coming. But you can still get the Widow Jane Ocho. Ferment and Still has it. I know that. Ferment and Still has the Diablito Rojo is still available there for pre-sale. Those should start shipping hopefully next week. There's a lot of stuff that's still available now that's good that you can get. The El Tesoro 85th we haven't even gotten it yet, the allocation for Ferment and Still. So as soon as that lands, that will be available, and hopefully that'll land this week. That's what they're expecting, so we'll see. Hey, Hombre, does volcano lava stone crusher have impact on tequila outcome than regular crush miller or in tequila? Yeah, when they use it to own a wheel, it will impart a more mineral flavor profile than a roller mill. Roller mills use mostly stainless steel and stuff, so it doesn't impart a flavor on it. But when they use like a stone, a volcanic stone, to own a wheel, it will impart a more mineral flavor on it. So if they're looking for a more neutral flavor profile without, which is more agave and less other things influencing the flavor profile, they'll go more roller mill on it. Or if they're like Felipe, they can use the stainless, the steamroller wheel to own a, because that way it won't impart any flavors, any volcanic rock flavors into the tequila. So yeah, it will make a more mineral, more mineral flavor profile to it when they use it to own a wheel that's volcano rock. It doesn't affect the flavor. That's one of the reasons why Ocho didn't use a to own a wheel on Ocho tequila, because they didn't want anything but agave, so they went with the roller mill because it doesn't impart any additional flavors on it. So that's one of the reasons why they went that way instead. A review for El Grande Legado coming up. Yes, that's in the works. I've got a bottle of it here, so I'll be doing a review of that. I did Wild Common, the still strength. Wasn't impressed with it. Really, I didn't think it was that great. I didn't think it was $80 a bottle good. So, I mean, it's okay, but there's so many other things, so many other still strength or high proof tequilas I think that are much better. I think, Fortaleza still strength is better. I think G4 is better. The 108 proof is better. I think that Terralta 110 is better. And you can get those for a lot less than what Wild Common's going for. So I wasn't impressed. I didn't like it. I didn't like it that much. So so that one is not one that I'm going to be keeping on the shelf and drinking. Oh, how are my shelves? Oh, well, I got to turn those on. Hold on a second. Wait. Let's get those lights on. I always love doing this. Ready? Here we go. Let's see. Turn on tequila case. There we go. Okay, now there you go. We got them on now. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice that the lights weren't on. Now they're on. Okay, so yeah, so I wasn't a big fan of that. So typically Cascoine stuff, it's not the best. It's not the greatest. I don't find it to be so great. It's very hyped, which is great. I love the stuff that the Salvador Rosales does there. He does great stuff. But I just think it gets blown out of proportion sometimes, and it leads to disappointment. I find I love the Plata 48. I mean, that's really good. I love the Taona, from Cascoine, but some of these other contract brands, I haven't been so impressed with them. So, I was looking forward to the review on Wild Common, and thanks for being. You're welcome. Yeah, no, I always give everybody my honest opinion, and I wasn't impressed. I just really wasn't. So got my Vago TBAC and Mahia Estrania from Ferment Still opening on Saturday. Can't wait. Oh, good. Awesome. Yeah. That Vago from Ferment and Still, that TBAC Vagos, it's really good stuff. You're going to love that. And the Mahia Estrania, you can't beat it for the price. For an extra añejo, you really can't. For $76.99, I think is the price on it. It's crazy good for it's easily $150, $180 extra añejo, easily. So I hope you enjoy them. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your comments on that and see whether you enjoyed them equally as well as I did. So I can't wait to hear what you think. I'm excited for you. Vera says he got a bottle of Carrera Blanco tequila from USA to India from my cousin. It's awesome. Thanks for the Carrera tequila. You're welcome. I'm glad your cousin was able to hook you up and send you a bottle. Hopefully it was the right load, because if it's an older load, it's not the new stuff. if you like the old stuff, you're going to love the new stuff even more. But you want to look at the load on the back and make sure it's CTB 045, or if it's from Mexico, CTB 046 or higher. Those are the ones to look for. If it's not, if it's a 044 or 42 or something like that, those were the earlier versions. And I like the newer one so much more. It's so much better. It's a huge improvement. And I love that fact too, that they're actually not just, you know, saying, okay, we have a good product, we're just going to roll with it. Instead, they're always looking to improve it and aren't afraid to come out with a newer version that's even better. So I love that. I always love it when a tequila company is looking to make some changes and improve things for the better. So that's one of the things I love about Carrera. Yes, please let me know. Please let me know what you think. I always love hearing people's input. You won't offend me. I have people that tell me all the time that they don't, you know, they tried something and didn't like it, and that's fine. We all like different things. But, you know, I just give you guys my opinion, and I'd love to hear yours as well, too. So, oh, that's your first extra Anejo. Oh, nice. That's a good one to start. But there's a lot of really good ones out there. So, but one of the things I want to kind of explain to people too, everyone always thinks that like extra Neos are like the super premium tequila. That's not true. It's not true. That's just an expression of tequila. It's expensive because it takes longer time to make, but it doesn't make it more better or ultra premium or anything. Blancos can be just as good, if not better, than a lot of extra Neos out there. So you guys, so don't be afraid to explore Blancos. And I hear people too all the time go, oh, I just bought some Repos, I really enjoy them, and I have a couple Blancos for mixing. Don't just think Blancos are just for mixing, because they're not. Every day I'll sit and sip a Blanco straight, you know, neat, and enjoy it. And you can enjoy the flavor profile of some Blancos just as much, if not more, than some aged expressions of tequila. So don't be afraid to venture into the world of Blancos and enjoy some really good, flavorful Blancos that can give you an amazing experience just sipping and enjoying those. And I do love to sip a good Blanco and enjoy it with a good stogie. I do that all the time. They're phenomenal. There's some phenomenal Blancos out there, and I'm sure everybody here has Blancos that they've tried that they really like. Or I'm sure see comments from people saying that they like, you know, this Blanco or this Blanco. There's some really good Blancos, and that's one of the things that I like a lot more about tequila than, say, bourbon. You know, bourbon, you drink a Blanco bourbon, it's moonshine. I mean, that's basically what it is. That's the only way you can get it is moonshine, right? But with, and it's not that great. But with tequila, there's so many different flavors that you can find, beautiful flavors in a Blanco, that you can sit and enjoy a Blanco tequila, and sometimes the agave is so flavorful and rich and stuff, and the flavor's so rich in the Blanco, you don't want them to ruin it by putting it in a barrel and having a barrel, you know, impart its flavors on it. So don't be afraid to hang out and enjoy Blancos, because they're good. So very good. All right, so you got the latest one. Okay, good. You got to check on the back though, because sometimes you can buy a bottle and it was a bottle sitting on the shelf. You always want to check the lot number on the bottom. If you look through the bottle, you'll see on the bottom label the lot number there on the Carrera. Any high proof Repos or Anejos that you'd recommend? No, not right now. I mean, I don't know too many high proof Repos. The only one I really recommended before was the Cascanes, the single barrel that we did. That was phenomenal. I've tried some of the other single barrel expressions that they've done, and I wasn't impressed as much as the one that we had. I think by far the one that we had was the best for their single barrel Reposado. But other than that, no, I haven't, nothing right now. But if I find something, I'll let you know. Okay. Is there a tequila Blanco that you recommend above all else? Yes, there is. It is the Carrera Blanco, the new Carrera Blanco, the CTB 045. That's life changing. It really is. If you think you're a tequila lover and you really love the flavor of cooked agave, that is a must have, because that is like sitting there drinking crushed agave right after it's done coming out of the oven and stuff. So it's it's as close to you can get as to liquid cooked agave in a bottle, I think, on the tequila market as you can get. I mean, it's amazing stuff. I highly recommend it. You can get the right, if you want to know you're getting the right load, you can buy it on Ferment and Still. We have the right load that they're selling right now on Ferment and Still. So that's why I recommend going and picking up some bottles. And then everyone so far that's tried it is like, comes back and comments or sends me a message saying, oh my God, you're not kidding. This stuff's great. I originally bought a bottle. I'm going back and buying a case now. So it's like, and this particular load is phenomenal. And once this load's gone, of course, they'll have another load, but there's no guarantees that the next load and stuff are going to be as good. They're going to try to make them as the best as they can, but it's so hard to duplicate ones to be exactly the same flavor profile unless you're using additives, and they don't use additives. So that's one that I would recommend trying and getting some of this current load that's available. You typically drink high proof Blanco. Okay, yeah. Well, then yeah. I typically love high proof Blancos too. This Carrera 40 actually tastes like a high proof Blanco. It has the flavor profile of like a high proof Blanco, but doesn't drink like one because it's not. But I would put this against some high proof Blancos as far as like flavors go, and I think it would beat them out. It's that good, that rich and cooked agave, and it's like, okay, well, if this is so good at 40%. I get to try the 108 proof, and that one blew my socks off. It's ridiculously good. So, amazing. And looking forward to the Carrera High Proof Blanco you helped with on the flavor profile. Yeah, exactly. That's the one. And the 40% is the same flavor profile. They just diluted it and made the 40% with it. But that's the one that I helped create. So that's the Tequila Hombre edition, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, that's one I recommend. It's amazing. And I've had people that have come back to me and messaged me and said, hey, Hombre, I normally drink Añejos, and I tried that Carrera Blanco because you've been ranting and raving about it so much. And they go, this is the first Blanco I really super duper love. I think even prefer drinking it more than the Añejos I normally drink. So that's how good this one is. So if you're somebody that says, I normally like Añejos or Repos, try the Carrera Blanco, the CTP 045 or higher or better. The 45 is the only one that's in the United States right now. They have it on Ferment and Still. If you order it, that's all you're going to get. You don't have to worry about getting an older bottle. But that's currently available. And then the High Proof's coming out. We should have that in January. I've been still talking to him about bringing that in. And it's most likely going to be exclusive to the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. So those of you that are members of that will get first shot at it. And if you buy it all, then so be it. If not, then we will put it up, of course, for a higher price on Ferment and Still. I will let them release it to their customers. So it's going to be good stuff. You don't want to miss it, really. Hombre, if possible, try tequila with butter chicken Indian curry. It's very good. Beauty of tequila is that it goes well with most of Indian food. Okay, I'm normally not an Indian food person. Curry has adverse reactions to my body, so... but it sounds delicious. I'm just not a big curry person. I know curry, I guess people always told me that curry, you either love it or you hate it. And I'm not one that particularly cares too much for curry. So looking forward to tasting the last bottle of Nuevo Uno from my local Old Town Tequila. Okay, good. Well, we have it here at Ferment and Still as well. So but good. I'm glad that you're looking forward to trying the brand. The brand's good. The store I don't care for, but the brand is good. But glad you like them both. All right. So anything. I buy all of my stuff off of Ferment and Still. I mean, they're, of course, because they do such a good job, and I curate it. So. And it gets here like overnight. So I like to support the stores that support the brands and really work with the industry and support the industry. And that's one of the reasons why I got involved with Ferment and Still, and I buy all my stuff from them. if I'm in a bind, I may go to a local store for something. We have a La Bodega here in Riverside. I go there, but that's the extent of it these days. North the stuff I can just order directly from Ferment and Still and have it delivered right to my house. So, what's your favorite food with tequila? Tacos. I love tacos. Are you going to let us know which distillery your client decided on? Any timetable? No, right now things are on hold with them because of some issues and stuff that they had in their personal life. So once things get moving and once they make a decision, then I'm going to talk to them about, you know, what kind of stuff they want me to disclose or not to the viewers. So I'll let you guys know. I'm even thinking that maybe what I'll do is talk to them and say, hey, why don't we do something really cool where members on the Discord or YouTube or whatever, we can bring a group of people across to Mexico, across the border, travel there and then have the group kind of help out make the first batch of this tequila that I'm consulting with on making it. I think that'd be kind of fun. And then, you know, we have a bunch of aficionados, bunch of serious tequila people actually there at the distillery helping make the first batch of it. I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to do, so you guys can become kind of see what's going on with this particular brand and kind of build a relationship with the brand to start, but also gives you access to the distillery that they choose, and you can kind of see how tequila is made. I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to do. So maybe that's something that I'll talk to them about, seeing if they'll allow me to open it up. And I know the distillery will, all the distilleries will, because of the relationships I have with them. But we'll need to make sure that the people that are coming are well-behaved, serious tequila. That's why we'll probably limit it to just the members. And it should be, I think that sounds like an interesting idea. So I'll talk to them about it, and I'll get back to you guys and let you know if that's something that they want to do. We may just not do it for the first batch, but may do it for like a second batch or something, just so we can get the first batch done and set and get the processes and stuff all lined up. So what kind of things we're going to do on the making of it and stuff and developing the flavor profile. So we may wait and do it as like a second or third batch where we bring a group of people to help make it or something. You know, I think that would be a good fun thing to do with the members, the aficionados. All right, so we need a little bit. Let's put a little bit of music on. It's kind of, there we go. All right. I don't know. It's not super loud for you guys, right? Sorry, I meant to say Nuevo Uno. Yeah, you said Nuevo Uno, didn't you? I think you did. Oh, Nuevo Anejo. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew you meant Nuevo Uno Anejo. Yeah, we've actually have some more coming in for Ferment and Still, so we'll have some more. We have they have like 5 bottles left or something on there, but I told them I'm gonna buy a case as soon as they get the next shipment in. So, because I always stock up on it. I just drank another bottle of it this last weekend, so it's good stuff. I love the Nuevo Uno Anejo. It's really good. And the Anejo Deep is no longer going to be made anymore. They're just making a different Anejo. So, where can you find your schedule? You on Facebook? You mean the streaming schedule? Right now, it's kind of up in the air until I get a calendar set. So, but I'll post it on Discord if you're on the Discord, if you're a member or not. It'll be posted there. I will post it on the Facebook group as well when I get it set. It's been kind of changing because of family obligations and stuff, but I should have something ironed out where we do it more consistently. But right now, Wednesdays is live stream day, Wednesday at noon. So I'm going to keep that. I like this noon time slot. It seems to work pretty well. We get a good people from it. It's not, crazy, but it's good. And then it doesn't tie me up on the evenings to do things with my daughter, which, I'm I'm a dad, so I like to do things with my little girl. Talk Luna Azul. It's okay. It's cheap. It's like it's nothing fantastic. I don't drink it. I don't buy it. I don't like it enough to put it on my shelf. But if you like it and want to drink it, by all means, go for it. El Tesoro is my mixing tequila because I think if you use a good tequila, you'll make a great cocktail. I'm not much of a cocktail drinker myself personally. Most of the tequila I drink is drink neat in my Denver Wiley agave glass. So I'm not a fan of Luna Azul, but doesn't mean you can't be. So, okay, cool. I'll have to join the Discord. Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have you as a member on the Discord. It's amazing. It's a good group. But yeah, I'll post it on the. You're on the YouTube member. I think you're YouTube, right? Yeah, you're a new YouTube member. I'll post the schedule on the YouTube too. But the Discord gets different perks than the YouTube does. So a lot of the people that are members on the Discord are members on the YouTube as well. What is your current favorite offered at Costco? My current favorite offered at Costco. Well, it depends. Costco doesn't offer the same stuff at every store. My store here doesn't have anything. Doesn't have anything that I would buy. So nothing, zero. Occasionally I do see El Tesoro pop up in some Costco stores. That I'll buy. But there's nothing at the Costco here by me that I would buy. So some Costco's are better, like San Diego Market. I think the guy does better picking tequilas and stuff for San Diego than they do for my area here. I just saw some guy posted something up on Fresno that they had the El Tesoro 85th there at Costco. We don't have it here yet. It's not in Southern California. So there's a lot of stuff that's available at some Costco's that you can't find at other places. Kirkland anymore? No, don't stay away from the Kirkland tequilas. They're not good. I had a first batch bottle of the Anejo when it first came out, and it was actually no additives in it and stuff. It was actually, I think they bought like a batch that somebody didn't take, but I've tried the previous batches afterwards, and they're all additives now. So I would stay away from Costco stuff. Not good. I know you have a bottle of Marqués de Casa Noble. No, I haven't tasted it yet. I told you I'm going to review it, so just be a little patient. I'm getting through stuff that's been on the calendar I need to do, but I'll get it done. Don't worry. I haven't tasted it yet. Yeah, I knew you meant Anejo. I knew what you mean. Yeah, stay away from the Costco Anejo. It's not good. When I did my review, which was a couple years ago, that was the first batch. It was the first bottle, or the first batch, and it wasn't bad at all. But I've tried the other stuff. I've picked up other bottles and tried it, and it's all sweet additive stuff. So stay away from it. It's not good. I'm on my phone. Where's the like button? It's easy to see on the. It should be right below the video. You just on the phone as well as on the computer. Yeah, you guys click the like. Give me a thumbs up for the information I'm sharing with you guys. Click that like button. We got 22 people on and only 3 likes. Come on. Click that like button. Give me a thumbs up here. Sharing all this information with you guys. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. That could be my Christmas present from you guys for today. Not that you want to get me a Christmas present or anything, right? But hey, click that thumbs up button. I always click that thumbs up button for everybody. It's little nicety, goodwill can go a long way. Help people out, Can you describe what to look for in the Tequila Match app when it comes to the distilling process when shopping for tequila with strong agave and vanilla notes? What to look for in... I don't look for anything in the Tequila Match app. But, you can't say like there's a certain thing to look for. it all depends on how they do their cuts and how they do their fermentation and stuff like that. So both copper pot and stainless steel pot stills are both great, but it's how they do the cuts on them and what the fermentation was like that really determines the flavor. I mean, most of the time, a master distiller will tell you that like 70% of the flavor comes from the fermentation, how well they do on fermentation. The rest comes from the cuts, and so it all depends on how it fermented and stuff, and how they cut it as to how much agave flavor you're going to get from it. So the Carrera like is my favorite right now. Blanco 40 proof, 40%, 80 proof Blanco. It's phenomenal. So I wouldn't say you can find anything on Tequila Match app that would tell you that. And I don't even reference the Tequila Match app for very much anymore. Most of the time I just use it to see what distillery it would come from, but then I also verify with somebody I know at the distillery that it's indeed correct, because there's been some errors on there. Yeah, liking a stream. Yeah, exactly. Liking a stream is free. You just click the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. Takes a second, a movement of your hand, and that's it. What's my favorite mixed tequila drink? I like Palomas and Tommy's Margaritas. Those are the two ones that I drink the most. Palomas are really refreshing. Where I find the Tommy's Margaritas they're a little more on the sour side, and you can cause a little puckering a little bit, but they're delicious. I find the Paloma to be a lot more refreshing. So if it's a hot day out, I go with the Paloma. Where if I'm just gonna be when it's sipping for, have a couple of cocktails and stuff before dinner or something, I may go with the Tommy's Margarita. So David says, go back one page on your phones to find the like button on Android. Okay. So there you go. David helped. There you go. All right. So let me see. What is that? I think that was it. I've addressed everyone's questions so far. Okay. We're up to date, up to speed. I've got a bunch of stuff I'm going to be reviewing, you guys. So just, make sure you subscribe. And you click the notification bell here on the channel, so you get notified when I do videos. I'm going to be cranking out a bunch of reviews. I'll get a couple done here during the holiday break, and then a bunch of them afterwards when I'm spending less time with my family and more focused on getting reviews and stuff done. I've got stuff coming into me that people are sending to that I'll do reviews. We're going to start doing more Mezcal stuff again after the beginning of the year. We'll do more Mezcal Mondays. So we'll talk more about some Mezcals, as well as like Saltos and Bacanoras and stuff like that. We'll talk about other agave spirits as well. Always love talking about Mezcals. We just kind of steered away from it for a little while because not a lot of people have been responding positively to Mezcals. There's kind of I think a preconceived notion about them, which I don't think it rightfully deserves. But it is what it is. So we have a lot of tequila reviews that we'll be doing and letting you guys know about some special offerings and stuff that I'll be getting, all kinds of stuff. I always get all kinds of notifications from my friends and stuff out at the distilleries and things they're working on, and sometimes they'll even say, hey, we want to do a project, would you be interested in getting involved in it? And sometimes I say, yeah, let's do it. So I've got some projects that I'll be working with some master distillers on creating stuff that will be special batches. So that stuff's going to be really cool. And then for those of you that weren't around earlier, we're selecting a barrel of single barrel El Tesoro for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective, the regular Reposado. I'll be doing that probably live streaming it, so you guys can see my tasting notes and stuff on it. But that will be for the collective. So if you're not a collective member, you may see it go up on Ferment and Still after the collective buys what they want. If they don't buy it all, I also have a Lafroig barrel coming in January, probably. I think it's January, February, we got a lot of really special batches and stuff that will be coming in. It's gonna be really cool. And then of course January we're looking at having the Tequila Hombre edition of the Carrera, the high proof version of that, 108 proof coming in as well. We're looking at January, but you know things can get delayed, and so I wouldn't write it in concrete. But that's the targeted time is late January on it, so we'll see what happens. So, did you go to Durango to Burrito Fiestero Venada yet, or still in the works? No, it's still in the works. Alejandro's supposed to he wants me to be like the first to go, but they're still working on building it as far as I know. I need to message him and check in with him though. But he was talking about having me come in like around now. But I may I'll find out from him when it's gonna be available, and I may do a trip out there. And I'm also possibly in the works with a special project with La Luna Mezcal too. So I'm talking to Salvador about that, and we'll see what happens. What if it comes to fruition or not? You know, that's it. That one's a big if. So yeah, go. I knew you meant go to. It's in the works. I need to talk to Alejandro and see where things are at, and if they're ready to open the Venada yet and bring people in, because they actually have like 4 Venadas within their one big massive Venada, which is kind of cool. But I'm a big fan of Burrito Fiestero. Alejandro knows that. He knows I support his brand. They make great mezcals. They make the Senor Soto's really good, and their agave nectar's phenomenal. The Senor Mague agave nectar's fantastic stuff. So really good. Are all mezcals peaty or do not care for the scent? No, hardly any of them are peaty. Just the ones that aren't produced right are peaty. So normally the cheap ones you find for like $29.99 that you pick up at your local liquor store, those ones are not the kind you want to buy. And if you follow my videos, look at my mezcal videos, you'll hear me talk about it. Most of them hardly have any smoke, unless they're not producing it right or using correct processes. Then they can be extra smoky, or they want to make them for mixers like the Vita, the Del Mague Vita. That one's meant as really for making cocktails. People use it as a sipper, and people tell you it can be it's a sipper too. It's really smoky, so it's really meant to make smoky margaritas and smoky palomas and smoky cocktails and stuff with it, because the smoke will still hold up in a cocktail, but it's really not meant for sipping because it's got that extra smoke and stuff in it. So not a whole lot of them are real smoky at all. Matter of fact, if you pick up the TBAC Vago like he was talking about, no smoke on that at all. Same with the La Luna, the ancestral Tequiliana mezcal that's on ferment still as well. There's no smoke on that at all. So Javier and Salvador's interview were excellent. Hope to see those gentlemen on the stream again. Yeah, definitely. Javier, are you talking Alejandro? Salvador's interview was great. Salvador I've had on several times, and he'll come on anytime I want him to. Javier, I'm trying to remember Javier. We had Miguel, right, from Dos Pasiones. I don't know. I don't think I remember Javier. I'm old. I don't remember stuff. Recommendations for less smoky mezcals? Yeah, buy the 2 TBAC mezcals on ferment and still to start. So pick up the Vago TBAC mezcal and the La Luna Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective. That's what TBAC stands for. Grab both of those off of ferment and still to start, and then you'll see no peaty smokiness to them. Beautiful flavor. The Vago is very fruity and beautiful, and then the La Luna's fruity as well, but it's Weber Blue agave, so it's made from the same, Tequiliano Weber Blue mezcal. The same agave, so you can see what an ancestral process can do as far as increasing the flavor of something like that made with Weber Blue. But you also get an idea how bland in the industrialization of tequila has made tequila versus what the ancestral Vino de Mezcal de Tequila was like when they were making that. So, yeah, Alejandro, okay, no problem. No worries. We don't do that. Got lots of smoke and ripe banana on the TBAC Vago. I didn't care for the smoke, but I liked the banana. I didn't get any smoke on it, so I get no smoke. Most of the people I talked to said they didn't get any smoke, so you must be like hypersensitive to smoke. I didn't get any smoke on it at all, or on the La Luna, the tequila, the Tequiliana Weber Blue. I don't get any smoke at all. So, but I'm sorry you didn't care for it, but hopefully you didn't waste the bottle. So, but some of us taste things different ways. I guess it's fine. It's normal. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I don't get any smoke from it, and a lot of people that I talked to said they didn't get any smoke from it either. It's just a lot of fruit, and it gets you kind of like a bubblegum note, which I like when all the like this fruity notes and the berry and stuff come together. You get like this bubblegum note from it, which I think is really good. But most of the tequila people that I had try that one to start loved it. They came back and said it was really good. They really enjoyed it. So. And they were afraid of the smokiness and peatiness, but it doesn't really have it. So, at least not that I tasted. Full Nelson thought it was smoky, but I didn't think so. And a bunch of other people that I had try it didn't think so either. So, it's different. People taste different things. So, you try it, and see if you like it or not. And if not, then at least you tried it. But I'm not one that likes smoky stuff. I'm not a smoke person myself. I don't like peaty scotches or anything like that. I normally don't. I don't even like smoked food unless the smoke is subtle. So, but I don't find it to be smoky. Maybe I've just become more acclimated to it a little bit too. I mean, for me, it's all fruit. So, any other comments or questions? What else is going on, guys? Those are the mezcals I recommend trying for new tequila people. They're both very good. And even if you're an experienced mezcal drinker, they're experienced mezcal people love them as well too. So, any hidden gems that don't get the tequila name because they come from a different region? Yeah, well, the La Luna is one. Yeah, definitely. The La Luna that we have, the ancestral, it's made with Weber Blue Agave, so it's basically tequila. And there's only reason why it's not called tequila is because the distillery that it's made at is licensed with the CRM for Mezcal, not for tequila. So that's the only reason why. But it's great. And a lot of tequila people that have tried that one love it as well. So I don't get any smoke on that either. I get more of a fruity profile from it. I enjoy it a lot. It's funny too. People tell me too. It's like I enjoy a good stogie, and I'll smoke a good stogie with a mezcal or with a tequila. And people are like, "Oh, well, you don't like smokiness, but you'll smoke a stogie." And I'm like, "Well, it's a completely different flavor profile." It's not like wood. You use mesquite or some kind of wood, for smoking food or encino wood or whatever for doing mezcals. It's completely different than tobacco smoke from, smoking a cigar. It's like for stogie stuff, you get like coffee, chocolate, roasted nuts, leather, other kinds of flavor notes from it that you won't get from trying to taste wood smoke. It's completely different. So it's different. So I'm not a big wood smoke person. Even when I use the smoker, to cook meat and stuff, my Traeger and stuff, I don't like it super smoky. I normally just a little bit of smoke, and then, you know, I just cook it at higher heat and then cook it that way. I'm not a super cool on smoke. Caballito Cerrero as well. Hombre. Caballito Cerrero is good. Yeah, it's a good tequila. Yeah, but it's a distillate de agave because they didn't register with the CRT. But they were certified previously to make tequila. But yeah, they're good. Caballito Cerrero makes good stuff. I haven't had anything bad from them. Yeah, I reviewed the Chata and the Azul, and I have the Repo, and I'll do a review of the Repo here soon. I need to get that on the calendar to do. You agree? Try a well-rated Mezcal if you have not. It's just not for me. I will share the bottle with others who like Islay Scotches. Okay, yeah. I find the people that I've given that to that like Islay Scotches didn't think it was peaty enough. Didn't think it was smoky enough. They wanted something with more smoke. So I had to direct them to source stuff that was like more smoke on it, and then they liked it. Because the Islay people that like Islay Scott, they want really smoky stuff. That's what I've found. So recommendations for agave flavorful budget tequila, maybe around $40-ish. Now I don't do stuff based on budgets, sorry. Because here in California, something could be $40, it's $60 someplace else. I don't believe in doing that. Just grab the Carrera. It's $49.99. The Carrera Blanco, the 40%. Grab that. It's $49.99. Spend the extra $10. Do yourself a favor. You'll thank yourself for that because it's well worth the extra $10. All right. So, any other questions? Any other comments? We're getting to all kinds of stuff. We're talking about mezcals. We're talking about blancos, extrañejos. Covering a lot of stuff today. I find the with mezcals, I mean, like the Dos Pasiones, I didn't find any smoke on that one at all. That one's a really good, and it's very full agave flavor on it. But it's, you know, not all your agave are going to taste like Weber Blue. You know, they're going to taste different. So Tepastates, I got a different flavor profile than Weber Blue or other agave that you can find, Jabali or so when people tell me, oh, I don't like mezcal, it's not for me. It's not that you don't like mezcal, it's you just don't like the ones you've tried. There's other ones out there that you haven't tried that taste completely different. That, you know, the only reason why people don't like mezcal is because they haven't found the one that they liked yet. Which there's lots of them out there. It's a whole plethora of flavor profiles that you can try that, you know, are completely different. You can do a Jabali that's complete fruitiness and stuff, no smoke on it. That's going to be a lot better and different than the Weber Blue, which I prefer stuff that's not Weber Blue in my mezcal. I like a good Jabali or a Tepastate or a Topasiche. There's a lot of other agaves that I would rather drink in a mezcal than Weber Blue. If I want Weber Blue, I'll drink tequila. And it doesn't have to do with it being more bland. It just has to do with there's a different flavor profiles for these other different agave, and they're good. So, hoping a 5 agave from 85th. Can't wait for your official review. Yeah, as soon as I get that, I will do a review on that one. I'm hoping for a 5 agave on that one too. But I know I told you guys this before. I tried it. I've had it before. But when I had it, Carlos and I and some guests that I brought with me, we were drinking it out of his sample bottle that he pulled out of the barrel to see where it was. And we drank his sample, and he said it needed 9 more months in the barrel at that point. And it was really good to the point where we drank, you know, the whole rest of his bottle. But it's funny because I said to him, we were sitting at the table, I'm like, hey, Carlos, you know, I know you're working on the 85th. Do you have any that you pulled out that we can try? And he's like, oh yeah. So he goes and gets his sample bottle, and he put it in a empty, non-labeled El Tesoro bottle. You can see a picture of me holding it up with him at the distillery on Instagram. I posted on Instagram, but I'm sitting there holding it. He puts it down on the table, and we pour a little bit. We taste. I was like, okay, you're not getting this bottle back, right? He goes, it's fine. Let's drink it. I'm like, there you go. All right. So we literally finished his sample bottle that he pulled out to see where it was at in the process, and we had a good time doing that and talking with him. So maybe I got to try it. He said it needed 9 more months. I thought it was great as it was then, but I can't wait to try it now with the 9 more months in the barrel. So that should be exciting. ETA on future. I don't know. I don't handle that. The ferment and still handles that stuff. I don't know when shipments of that are coming in. The Blancos that I've tried that are on ferment and still have been really good. Yayo G4, for example. Oh, nice. Good. We'll try. Have you picked up the Carrera, the new Carrera yet? Have you tried that one? That's the one I love. They're not in 40. They're not 40-ish. Yeah, G4 is cheap, but spend the extra money and get the Carrera, because that one will really set the difference for you on what a good agave, what a good Weber Blue agave Blanco can taste like. Explain the differences in plants where it comes to flavor profile, if you don't mind. It has to do with where it grows, what kind of agave it is. There's so many different variations of agave. I can't explain them all. But you're looking at agave that's grown in. It could be Michoacan. It could be Oaxaca. It could be Pueblo. It could be or Puebla. It could be another. Durango, so different soil, different temperatures, different climate conditions, which affect the flavor profile, but also it's a completely different species of agave. So there's a lot of different things that affect the flavor profiles, and there's a lot of different flavor profiles depending on what agave you use. For mezcals, there's like over 50 different types of agave that they can use, and each of them have their own different flavor profiles. But then again, everybody tastes them differently too. So everybody, picks up different flavor notes. So all I can say is, open up your mind, dive down the rabbit hole, try a bunch of different ones. I've did some reviews on ones that I like and stuff that you'll see. And then I think there's a couple that I don't like on there as well. I've done reviews of some mezcals. You can see what my information I shared with is on it, and pick up a couple bottles and try and see if you like them. So, but because the batches are small, they don't make large batches and stuff, they're going to be more pricey. You're not going to find good ones there for cheap when you're dealing with wild agave and stuff. If you're looking at Espadin, you can get those cheap because that's farmed, it's cultivated. So that's going to be less expensive for an Espadin than it is for finding like a Tobala or a Jabali, which are wild agave. Those are going to be a little more pricey. So, yes, Primo 1861 is a good Blanco. Oh, you haven't tried the Carrera? Oh my gosh, really? Oh wow, no, you got to try that. That'll blow your mind. Not next mezcal. Okay, yeah, you gotta try that one. That one's a must. Have you tried, talking about mezcals, have you tried the Dos Pasiones yet? That's really good. I was really impressed. I had the Miguel come on for that one, and we talked about it. I was really impressed with that particular line. I've been drinking a lot of it. It's good. Full Nelson, you recommend El Tesoro Neo, extra Neo, twice the flavor, and extremely low burn. Yeah, you know, or you know, if you want a good añejo, get the Nuevo Uno Añejo Deep. I mean, that's the one I would buy. I'd buy that over Fortaleza any day. But you know, people get Fortaleza gets a lot of hype, and I don't necessarily, you know, am a big hype person for that. I don't think it's that fantastic. There's so many other tequilas I'd rather drink rather than Fortaleza, and that's why I don't buy it. And the more people that spread out and tried other añejos and other stuff, that you know, they may find one that they like better. I even like just a regular El Tesoro Añejo better than the Fortaleza Añejo. I like G4 Añejo better. I drink more of that. I like the Nuevo Uno Añejo. I like that. I like the El Tequileño Añejo. I drink that more than Fortaleza. And then I have the El Luchador Añejo coming out too, which I'm really looking forward to tasting that one. There's a lot of añejos I'd rather drink. Even the Carrera Añejo, I'll drink that more than Fortaleza. Their añejo before was the best expression I thought from the brand. So I've bought several bottles of that and drank it. Where I haven't bought a bottle of Fortaleza Añejo in probably a year or two. So I'm not a huge fan of Fortaleza Añejo. So. And then people go crazy over it. It's like, you know, and they're paying ridiculous prices for it and waiting for batches to show up and stuff. It's like, why bother? Forget about it, move on to something else. And then when it lands and there's like an excess abundance of it, then buy it. But, you know, you got to give them a chance to catch up and, you know, get set. You want to buy the Dos Pasiones? Yes, Miguel was cool. He was super cool. I have a good relationship with them. We were one of the first online retailers to carry it. So, because how cool Miguel was, and then also how good the Mezcal was. It's actually really good. I enjoyed it a lot. When they come out their newer one, I know he's going to send me a bottle so I can do a review on it, which I appreciate. But they carry it on ferment and still, so it's good. I think you'll enjoy it. The Tempestate, I think, was one I had. Let me see. Where's my Dos Pasiones? Let me see. Yeah, this is the second bottle of this one. A Tobala. The Tobala is really good. The Tobala. Come on, focus. This thing's supposed to be super fast on the phone. There it goes. Okay. There you go. Tobala. And then for those of you wondering about this is the Weber Blue. No, that's not the right one. Sorry. Never mind. It's not down here. I have to get it out of it's in my closet of mystery. But yeah, Dos Pasiones is good. Both of them are good. Both expressions. I really enjoyed it. All right, you guys, we've exceeded an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and call this a day. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday with me. We'll see you next Wednesday for the live stream. I'll try to get another review up here before you guys before Christmas, and then next week we'll see you on Wednesday, and I'll try to get another couple reviews up next week as well. Nuevo Uno Deep. Oh no, nice. Yeah, stock up on it though, because they're no longer making it. They're making a different añejo now, which hurts my heart because I love that Nuevo Uno Añejo Deep so much. But we're gonna get some more. We've got it on order for ferment and still, so there'll be more. Yeah, the Weber Blue from La Luna. Yeah, well, they have an ancestral. They have it. We have the only ancestral. They have the artisanal, which is okay. It's good. It's not as good as the ancestral. So if you want to get the ancestral, they use the hollowed out tree trunk to distill it. It's really cool. But it's really tasty. I love it. All right, you guys. Thank you for giving me the likes. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thanks for spending your Wednesday with me during your lunch hour. I appreciate that as well. And for those of you that are members, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate that both on the Discord and on YouTube. I'll get some more reviews up for you guys. Any questions, as always, please post them in the comments below after the video is done, and I will address them as I always try to do. You guys have a Merry Christmas. I know I'm not going to talk to you personally before Christmas, so have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you and your family, and we'll see you guys next week, next Wednesday, 12 o'clock noon, just like today, and we'll do this every week. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Salud. Bye.